Alrighty, here for round one. This hand is not super exciting. I think we're going to go ahead and keep it. 4 lands is a little much for the opener. 2 creatures and 1 pump spell. It's very possible this should be a mulligan, but I don't think we need that stuff usually. Alright, so we do get to attune with the Ether on turn 1. It's a little close here, whether probably just go ahead and get a second mountain. But generally you want more green mana than red mana. The fact that we have kind of a dual land here should be fine. Sanctum of Udin, okay. Oh, this is the Teamwork Colossus deck, probably? Alright, I'm just going to run out the game trail, reveal the existing mountain, play Long Tusk Cub. We just kind of want to get our beat down on pretty quickly. This deck, let's see. I have not played against this deck yet, but I kind of know what it is. I think that's what it is. I assume it could also be some sort of emerge deck. It's a little bit awkward guess of whether how to spend energy in this deck. You want to kind of have a plan. Having a plan is a good thing. I think we're just going to use our energy here and hit for 3. And then we still have 3 energy left. I think... Yeah, I guess we're just playing another Long Tusk Cub. Assuming this doesn't get dispersed or something weird. Though I guess... That's right, because Prophetic Prism, our opponent has access to any color of mana. Herald of Kozilek, okay. And no more land, okay. That much is good. Ooh. Alright. So we can get our beatdowns on pretty good here. Let's play another Servant, get more energy, and then we'll have 3 pumps available to either of our Cubs. See how our opponent wants to block. They don't really have good blocks. You can just take it. Definitely want to put at least 1 pump in there. And I think we can go ahead and pump once more, and then we're still going. Let's see. So after the hit goes through, we're still going to have 4 energy left, which is probably enough, so I'll just go ahead and make both these guys 4/4s. This way we should probably be threatening lethal next turn. Yeah. So they're going to go to 9 here. Always yields on. Pass the turn. Let's see, I guess we could get Elder Deep Fiended here. Another Herald. Okay. Hedron Archive. They're kind of going off. Definitely going off. Way off. Okay, so this is not something I was expecting. Alright, play the mountain. The good news is they only have one card left. So if we attack with everyone, we just attack with everyone and let them block if they want to. They don't have access to any mana currently. Definitely could have dropped to the Aetherworks, whatever. Do I want to play an electrostatic pummeler before? Just makes it more, somewhat more possible to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I probably should have done the math first, but whatever. Just jam it. This does allow 3 pumps plus a rush of adrenaline to make either of our long-tusked cubs lethal if our opponent does not block them. Okay. So we just do that. Yeah. Don't think there's any reason to fire off the rush of adrenaline. Could force through an additional 5 damage. Plus that, I don't think using our energy and the, well, that does actually give us 2 energy back, but I don't think that's worthwhile. Yeah. I think we'll just go ahead and say take 2. Let's see what our opponent can come up with. Sure. If they have like a paradoxical outcome, this could get funky. We're drawing 2 cards. That's good. Could also like storm off and I don't. Well, whatever. If they gain 50 life, they probably just or if they gain 43 life instead of 45, that's probably going to be good enough anyway. Island, Pathetic Prison. Draw a card. Reservoir. Okay. Sideboarding. I'm trying to think if I saw. Didn't really see any great targets for natural states. Natural states kind of designed to get Copter and Stasis Snare are the main ones. Harness Lightning. I mean, I guess it hits the Herald of Kozilek, but that's it. I think I just want to go slightly more fair beatdown. Yeah. So I don't think there's a lot of creatures our opponent could have. Just having a turn 1 Savannah Lions seems pretty good. So my general sideboard plan was to bring in just slightly board down on the combo pump spell element and leave in all the creatures. I wonder. I think now that I have Kessig Prowlers, I can go ahead and just take out one of the slower creatures. Our opponent does not appear to be super interactive, and leave in 1 more pump spell. Especially our opponent seems to be kind of on the tap out plan, so this can do quite a lot of damage. Especially combos nicely with Electrostatic Pummeler. If you have larger than life on a Pummeler, with if you've got 6 energy available, that's just 20. So seems all right. I hope you, both for my sake and for your sake, is we don't just end up sitting here and watching our opponent cast 20 spells in a turn. Casting probably pretty slowly. This is a mulligan, for sure. Alright, we're going to keep this. Do need to be able to find preferably an additional threat. Don't really want a Blossoming Defense. Just want to get more threats, which this game trail is not doing, or this forest off the top is not a thing. It's possible I should have mulliganed this hand again. It is it was effectively five lands and one creature. Litness Crane, okay. That's the reason not to play my Savannah line. And the whiff, which is fine. Play that. And that. I do not like giving our opponent life, or just time. Pathetic Prism. So our opponent does know about this mountain, but let's just go ahead and get more energy online first. Doesn't seem like our... yes, we're very happy to pay that. But don't have any real payoffs for all this energy we have right now. Foundry Inspector and no additional land. Okay. Foundry Inspector is something to natural state. Oh, there's a pummeler. So trying to figure out this turn. Guess that's probably what we do. So trying to think. Can attack with the Servant of, probably just attack with both of these, and if our opponent wants to trade Foundry Inspector for a Servant of the Conduit, that's a-okay. Oh, man. Somewhat awkward. No, that's right. Sorry, I was trying to using energy off the Voltaic Relic takes us down to 5, but then we go back up to 8 with the Electrostatic Pummeler, and 2 pumps should probably be enough. Our opponent's probably going to 14 or less this turn. So I'll do that. I don't think I'm going to use Blossoming Defense. I'm going to go ahead and play this known mountain to threaten somewhat more shenanigans. Probably we're just going to attack and then leave up Pummeler, or leave up Blossoming Defense to protect Pummeler. Alright. So they're deciding to chump. Effectively saves 3 life. So they do still take 3 and go to 13. And then play the Pummeler. And what we really want is a larger than life, probably. Alright, did hit another land. They now have access to kind of 5 mana. Okay, Hedron Archive. Aetherflux Reservoir, and that's turn. Oh, there's Metalwork Colossus. Okay, sure. If we draw Pump Spell, that is not a pump spell. Okay. So we can turn Electrostatic Pummeler up to 3, 6, 12. Sacrifice 2 artifacts. Okay. And then cost 4, 5. So I'm trying to think. Oh, and Aetherflux Reservoir had them gain 3 life, so it's 16 now. I think we just have to try and get some. If we get like more pump spells, like we can attack and force our opponent to block the pummeler with the Metalwork Colossus, and we can blow our wad, basically, and turn this into, what did I say, 12-12? 3, 6, 12, yeah. But they just can bring back the Metalwork Colossus by sacrificing Prophetic Prism and Aetherflux Reservoir. And yeah. So I think also if we draw just the double strike, then we'll take Brawler, could be lethal potentially. Make it 4, 6, 7, 14, not quite lethal. Okay. Another Metalwork Colossus. And Sanctum's going to go get another Metalwork Colossus. So, yeah, this is what happens. Wretched Griff. Yeah, so there is some emerge shenanigans afoot. Can still, I guess they can't draw a card. Inspector, 25. Oh, they merged metal. Oh, they're gonna get another Metalwork Colossus. Sacrifice Metalwork Colossus, get another Metalwork Colossus, go to 30. You definitely should have attacked us with the first Metalwork Colossus first. Unless, can they 20 us? Or 50 us, actually? I think they... Right, they can... I mean, they are sort of looping, but they're getting lower each time they loop. Cinderglade. I think we just hold on to the Cinderglade at this point. There's no point doing anything. We're basically just going to lose, I think. But with Pummeler, you can do a lot of damage sometimes. So if they don't have an answer to that, Sanctum of Ugin gets them another Metalwork Colossus. I'm just terrified of this. Terrified of all of our sweet lands. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah. Foundry Inspector. Okay. Now they're going to get back Metalwork Colossus now. So 1 mana Colossus. I don't think they're supposed to. Should definitely attack with Metalwork Colossus at least. These are one mana Colossi at this point. Are they 50s? Someone just really wants to go off with Aetherflux Reservoir. Yeah, okay. But what if I just had to like feed the clan and gained some life? Alright. There we go. Negative 30. Seems like a fair life total. Prophetic Prism, Foundry Inspector. I don't know. I'm tempted to just run Harness Lightning, because it is not impossible to kill a Metalwork Colossus with Harness Lightning. I'm not saying it's easy, I think I don't know. Otherwise, I think we're kind of okay. Don't think we want to get further down on pump spells. I think the Keswick Prowler is probably okay. Gluttonous Crane, the 2/4. I mean, there's some stuff there, but especially on the play, it's probably going to connect for a fair bit of damage. And you do have these pump spells to get it over the top. So, opponent showed just 0 interaction. I wonder if I should. I'm going to do that. Lower our curve a little bit more, give us at least some way, one way to interact. Sure. Okay, this hand is fine. And I'm not going to reveal just for the hell of it. Alright, I'm going to run out the cub. Because once the cubs, as long as the cub can connect, and there's a good chance it can if they don't have a Gluttonous Crane, and even then we can attune with the ether. Okay, so this is definitely threatening lethal. We get 2 energy off of this. I'm going to play the Electrostatic Pummeler. And we'll be able to attune with the ether, get 2 more energy, and then larger than life for a bunch. Alright. Herald of Kozilek. Okay. Double check the math. So we attune with the ether for mountain, play mountain, and larger than life 520. So we can deal 20, or make it, this is a 20/20 trampler, and then hit for 2 there. Our opponent chumps the Herald of Kozilek. Yeah, so it's 22 minus 4, which is 18, which is lethal. Just double checking the math. Yep. Okay, so that's what we signed up to do. Let's see if we can keep doing it.